Hello everyone, welcome back to the Easy and Basic Mathematics channel. Our today's topic is dividing fractions. There are many different ways of writing it. This is one way of writing fraction a over b divided by c over d, and we have this method as well. So a over b, so it's a over b, and this line means division. So you can write this one, or we can use this method to write a line, and CD, which is CD here. So in this video, we're going to go over this method. Let's start with question 1. We have a half divided by 2/3. In division, we keep the first fraction as it is, a half. We change the division sign to multiplications, and we take the reciprocal of the second fractions. So 2/3 we write as 3 over 2. So we times our numerators first. 1 times 3 is 3, and then we times our denominators. 2 times 2 is 4. So our solution is 3 over 4. Moving on to question 2, we have 1/3 divided by 3 over 5. So again, we keep the first fraction as it is. We change the division sign into multiplications. We take the reciprocal of the second fractions. 3 over 5 divides 5 over 3. We can't cancel anything. We just times our numerators first. 1 times 5 is 5, and we times our denominators. 3 times 3 is 9. So our solution is 5 over 9. Let's move on to question 3. We have 1/4 divided by 2/5. So in division, we keep the first fraction as it is, 1/4. We change the division sign into multiplication. We take the reciprocal of the second fraction. It's 2 over 5. We write as 5 over 2. We can't cancel anything now. So we times our numerators first. 1 times 5 is 5. And we times our denominators. 4 times 2 is 8. So our solution is 5 over 8. Moving on to question 4. We have 1 over 5 divided by 3 over 6. So again, we keep the first fraction as it is, 1 over 5. We change the division sign into multiplications. We take the reciprocal of the second fractions. 3 over 6, we write it down as 6 over 3. Now, we times our numerators first. 1 times 6 is 6. And we times our denominators. 5 times 3 is 15. Now we can cancel 6 and 15. So 6 goes into 3 2 times, and 15 goes into 3 5 times. So our solution is 2 over 5. Let's move on to question 5. We have 2 over 7 divided by 3 over 4. Again, we keep the first fraction as it is, 2 over 7. We change the division sign into multiplication. We take the reciprocal of the second fraction. We flip it over to write it down as 4 over 3. Now we can't cancel anything. We times our numerators first. 2 times 4 is 8, and then we times our denominators. 7 times 3 is 21. So our solution is 8 over 21. Moving on to question 6. We have 3 over 2 divided by 4 over 3, or 4/3. Again, we keep the first fraction as it is, 3 over 2. We change the division sign into multiplication. We take the reciprocal of the second fraction, 4 over 3. We write it down as 3/4. Now we can't cancel anything here. So we times our numerators first. 3 times 3 is 9. And then we times our denominators. 2 times 4 is 8. Now this is an improper fraction. You want to write down as a mixed fraction. So 1 and 1 over 8 is our solution. Let's move on to question 7. We have 4 over 5 divided by 2 over 6. Again, we keep our first fraction as it is in division, and we change the division sign into multiplication. And we take the reciprocal of the second fraction, 2 over 6. We flip it over and write down as a 6 over 2. Now, in this multiplication, we can cancel 2 and 4. So 2 goes into 2 once, and 4 goes into 2 times. So we times our numerators first. 2 times 6 is 12, and 5 times 1 is 5. This is improper fraction now. We want to write down as a mixed fraction, so our solution is 2 and then 2/5. So moving on to question 8, we have 5 over 6 divided by 5 over 2. Again, we keep the first fraction as it is in division. We change the division sign into multiplications and take the reciprocal of the second fraction. We just flip it over and write down as a 2/5. Now we can cancel, because 5 goes into 5. We can cancel 5 and 5 and 2 and 6. So 2 goes into 2 once, 6 goes into 2 3 times, and 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 5 once. Now we times our numerators. 1 times 1 is 1, and 3 times 1 is 3. So our solution is 1 over 3. Let's move on to question 9. We have 2/3 divided by 4/3. Again, we keep the first fraction as it is. 2/3. We change the division sign into multiplication, and we take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Is 4 over 3. We write it down as a 3/4. Now, again, we can cancel, because 3 can be cancelled with 3, and 2 and 4. So 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 3 once, and 2 goes into 2 once, and 4 goes into 2 times. And now we times our numerators. 1 times 1 is 1, and we times our denominators. 1 times 2 is 2. So our solution is a half. Moving on to our last question, question 10. We have 1 over 6 divided by 2/3. Again, we keep our first fraction as it is, 1 over 6, and we change the division sign into multiplications, and we take the reciprocal of the second fraction, 2/3, we write as a 3 over 2. Now we can cancel here as well. 3 and 6 can be cancelled. So 3 goes into 3 once, 6 goes into 3 2 times. So now we times our numerators. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. So our solution is 1 over 4. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.